Hello third graders, welcome to our writing workshop. Today we're going to learn about how to find ideas for true stories. So last week we talked about and I invited you to write a true story, just any true story that have happened to you. And some of you wrote about your summer vacation, a moment when you got your first pet, and some of you wrote about your time with your grandma. However, sometimes it's hard to write a true story. Doesn't matter how hard I try, I just can't think of anything to write. And sometimes it just takes me so long, so much time to come up with an idea on what to write. How many of you have experienced the same thing? Or is it just me? And when that happens to you or me, what do you usually do? So let's discuss, or let's think about it. I want you to open your writing journal and I want you to start writing down what you usually do when this happens to you. You have nothing to write about, you have no idea, but you still need to write a true story. Then what is your tips? What do you usually do to find an idea? And I want you to start writing it down. So I want you to write down some points. You don't have to write along. If you have only one, that's fine. However, if you have more than one, feel free to write as many as you want. So what are some of your tips or strategies? And later, when we have our Zoom session again, we're going to share some of your tips. So please write those down on your journal. And now, I'm going to talk about one of my tips. For me, I think about a person who matters to me. And this is how I do. So I think of a person who matters to me and I list some moments that I have with them. And I choose my favorite one and I start to write a story about that moment. So let me share my person. But third graders, you can always, just like me, I chose my pet. But if you don't have anyone in mind, feel free to choose a pet or even an item. So let me share. I chose my pet. Her name is Kong. And I purposely chose her because I have so many meaningful and unforgettable memories with her. So just like you can see on the photo, I went to lakes, I went to mountains, I went to parks with her, and then I played with her in my house, and I walked with her, I slept with her, and I even went to the hospital with her. So now I'm going to plan my journal, or you can even write it on your sticky notes, and I'm going to start writing down some moments that I have with her. So I'm going to put the date first, which is August. Let's start from the date. Today is Wednesday, August 18th. Is it 19th? Yeah, 19th, 2020. My moments with and I'm going to write down one when I went to a Central Park with her, when I gave her massage, when I gave her a massage, or when I took her to my scope. The moments when I play a snowball fight with her. So I want you to write down as many moments as possible. And once you're done, I want you to choose your favorite one. You can choose more than one. However, I recommend you to choose a couple so that you can focus on those 2 moments and write in the details. So once you're done with writing down your list, now choose 1 or 2 moments from the list and start writing your story. And just a reminder, if you can't think of a person, feel free to choose a pet or even an item. So now I'm going to invite you to write on your own. And once you're done, please make sure to share it on Seesaw. You may take a photo or you may record yourself reading your story. Now, I like to end this video by stating the message, our take-home message. When you're having trouble coming up with an idea for a true story, you can think of a person who matters to you, then list the moments you've had with that person, and then write the story of one of those small moments. So, 3rd graders, please take your time to write a story, and we're going to see a bit later. Have fun!